Hey, good morning. Well, you know, it's Tuesday or Thursday, so I get the opportunity to get up a little earlier and to walk down on the beach, do something to recharge those negative ions in my body and get ready for all that positive talk in the day. You know, I'm going to go off script a little bit from what I posted. As I was coming down here, I was walking down on the beach and there was a lady driving by me on her bicycle. Every so often I'd see her stop. She was down picking up the trash. And I thought, what a great thing. She's picking up the trash to clean up the beach so we can have a beautiful beach. So it's the opportunity for us to take today and clean up the trash in our mind and move forward. So I want to review a couple things with you. Number one, I hope you see this shirt. It's a Bethune-Cookman shirt. I'm not a very good basketball player. I played it because I like playing it. But I had a young lady. Her name was Demetra Frank. And as a freshman, she tore her ACL. And I had the opportunity to train Demetra and become really close with her. She lived with my daughter and I for a while when she was getting her career started. She played some women's pro basketball and that. But today's lesson really applies to something. I didn't have the words, but it wasn't as organized as this, but it's what we did with her. You know, I've told you that we want to identify our dream. We want to identify our future memory, and that's going to give us hope so that we can go through and do that, right? And so I sat down with Demetra the first time, and we planned out. We said, what are you going to do? You know, what do you want to do? What do you want it to be after you have come back from this injury, right? And we talked about that. The second point that I've talked about a lot is that we say, let's plan to win, let's prepare to win, and let's expect to win. And we didn't just say, well, I want to get back and play basketball. She said, I want to be the best that's done it. So we worked on that. We had a plan. We had a plan to put her in place. We were going to make her stronger and rehab her, and then she was going to go and she was going to work her skills. And we had to also do one other thing. We had to know that two opposing thought processes, emotions, they can't coexist. You can't have anxiety and have gratitude. You can't have doubt and have faith. You can't have hatred and have love. You can't have worry. I'm stepping in holes here. There's holes in the water. I better walk this way out a little bit more. So you can't have those conflicting things. You can't have worry and trust. So she had to trust that she was going to be able to do this. She had to know she was going to do it. Now, the 55-day plan, wow, thick water too. Hold on, let me get back on the sand. Get my electrons back in. You know, I've said that the 55-day plan is physiologically, psychologically, theologically sound, as well as scientific. So, the 55-day plan, we've never told you it was a diet, never told you it was an exercise program. That was only one component of it. So my question to you today is, have you been working that plan? Have you been going out and doing all the components that you said, well, let me just see what's going to go on today with, you know, with Tammy. What am I going to do for an exercise regimen today? Have you put all the components together? Because those are the things that give you the plan so you can plan to get your health and vibrance back. You can expect to get it. You can prepare to get it. Okay? So, I'm sort of out of breath walking through that water there. It's like, you know, knee deep. So, the daily things you do in this plan of the 55 days are like if you neglect a vitamin or an essential nutrient in your diet, you become physically weak. If you neglect your meditation, your prayer, your positive talk, your journaling, if you neglect these small little things that go along with all the other things, if you neglect that, you know, from that standpoint, you become spiritually anemic. And so we want you to be spiritually strong because you're going to have the power to go through. So, you know, I always like to go in threes. I sort of reviewed three things that I've gone through this past week of, you know, plan to win, prepare to win, expect to win. identity, identify, and then create hope by identifying your future memory. And then I reviewed the fact that I told you about conflicting emotions can't exist, right? Gratitude can't be with anxiety, okay? So the three things I'm going to leave you with today are skill, will, and refill. And let me put them in a different order. The first one is will. By doing that future memory, the will is your want to, your desire, your passion to go get something done. Because when you create that future memory, every one of your meditations, every one of your prayers, every one of your actions through the day will support the actions that you would do through. Remember, very early in this, I said we have to have a philosophy, which is going to determine our attitude, which is going to determine our actions, which is going to give us results, which is going to give us the culture we want and the life we want. So, the first one is will, the power. Without will, we're just taking up space. We're just meandering through the day. We're just doing a diet or an exercise program. The second one is skill. The things that you've been given in this program, those are the skills you've been given to be successful. That's the technical knowledge. That's the ability to do these things. So when you put the will with the skill, that's great. But it's not just a one and done kind of deal. The final thing is refill. Every day you have to repeat these little things. Remember, we talked about little things matter. So every day we've got to repeat those little things. So back to the story about Dimitri Frank and this shirt I'm wearing, which happens to give us the colors that Ariel, I think Ariel, tell me if they do a good job on the colors. And Gary, hey Gary, look, I got my Colorado for see you at the top. We talked about that, seeing as a review kind of day for me. So let's finish the story about Dimitri and end the day's motivation for you. So Dimitri Frank went on, and you want to hear a story? She was the greatest of all time, and we'll get to that. But guess what she had happen to her the next year after we rehabbed her and strengthened her? She went back on the court. She's having a record-breaking season. She tears her ACL again. So we do the rehab again. Well, here's the end of the story. Dimitri Frank ends up leading the NCAA in steals her senior year. She then leads the MEAC, which is the conference. She holds the conference record for most three-point shots made. So on both ends of the court, she played the game and she won the game as being the best in a total game situation. She became a leader, she became a record holder, and she became a champion. She did that because she had a plan. She prepared that with that plan, and she expected to win. So today, where do you plan to win? How do you prepare to win? And how do you expect to win? Use the whole program. Take the whole part of it. Enjoy, be successful, and be your greatest, best you've ever been. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And I'll try to be on time. You know those Monday, Wednesday, Friday days, I seem to get lost in things in the morning. God bless you. Have a great day.